Hi guys, well, old Fensy back down the fish farm. Daily occurrence at this time of year, especially as I found another C2 predated on up at the top lake, which, considering the amount of ropes that I've got across it, it is just astounding that the cormorants are still getting in. I've actually been up there early morning and witnessed, and so what they're actually now doing is landing on the ground and walking in. So I think at the end of the day, I'm going to have to bite the bullet and net both the top and the leany pond, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not losing the fish that I've allocated to be in there, because obviously it'll affect my future years as the fish grow on into C3, C4s, and then more valuable. If I don't have that number of fish, then obviously I'm going to lose out at the end result. So anyway, after netting, I left them a week after netting, and I've restarted the feeding program, which for winter down here, the fish are still feeding, and you see this, especially if you go on public lakes and stuff like that. The fish still feed even when the temperature's super low. I've caught them as low as 4.5 degrees out of one of my local barrages, and so the fish will still feed. It's their capacity then to process what they're eating. A lot of it then just passes straight through their system. So you want something which is a super digestible for the fish. And look, there's a lot of research out there. Well, that's saying that. Actually, there isn't a lot of research out there, and this is probably half the problem. A lot of the research is still based upon what people did with koi. And a lot of it comes from Japan, because obviously that's the big money and that was the big business. A lot of these European carp, for instance, over the course of the last 150 odd years, have been bred, crossbred, and the species itself is different, I believe personally, to what we believe of them. You know, creatures evolve to the conditions that they're in, and that evolutionary process obviously takes a long time. However, you know, it's pretty plain to see, and I haven't got it in sort of documented form. I haven't got it as a 9+ case study, so you know, it's not statistically relevant. But my observations are that the fish still grow through the winter if you feed them correctly. They're not going to feed at the same rate, and because they can't process and digest and process that food as quickly, but they will still be able to grow a small amount during the winter. So my feeding program over here at the fish farm and also at Fensmere is primarily there at Fensmere to keep the fish active, keep them healthy, stop them just sitting torpid on the bottom where they can develop sores, ulcers, etc. I want them moving. I want them still searching for food, even in the coldest weather, even if it's just a few mouthfuls. This also gives them a much stronger immunity when they come into that dangerous period where the water temperature comes between sort of 10 and 16, 10 and 15 degrees, which is the classic springtime, spring virus time, and a classic time for the fish to get into trouble and for you to lose fish. So if I can prepare the fish at Fensmere in the fishing lake for that early season to come into it super strong, super healthy, then obviously that's a benefit to me as fishery owner, and to the anglers coming, because they know they've got that continuity of stock. So how do I do that? So, you know, I'm feeding